Good morning. You must be here for the Educational and Vocational Counseling, Chapter 36 VA Outreach event. We're just about to get started. Welcome, everyone. I'm Eric Ramirez with the Department of Veterans Affairs. There is something that everyone here has in common. You're about to separate from the military, or you recently separated and you're ready to hit the ground running as you prepare for your civilian future. The good news is, VA has personalized vocational, educational, and adjustment counseling available to help you make the best use of your VA benefits as you map out a path to your future.
Sir, what is the benefit of this counseling? I'm currently transitioning and don't really have a problem. I'm just trying to figure out a new career.
Let me explain. Counseling doesn't mean that you have a problem. The VA has trained vocational rehabilitation counselors who provide career counseling. The counselors are there to provide guidance to help you make the best use of the benefits you've earned.
So let me get this straight. The benefit is called Chapter 36 Educational and Vocational Counseling, and VA counselors provide the counseling services. So if I want to apply, I ask for a Chapter 36 application, right?
Yes, you got that right. So you're probably wondering, what is in it for me? Why should I fill out this application? I'm going to tell you why. Your transition back to civilian life may have some challenges. So there's counseling available to help you adjust. It will help you and your dependents understand some of the challenges of transition and will make it easier.
Is it really that hard to find a job or to take some classes down to community college?
Making the transition from military service can be harder than you think. If you don't believe me, take a look at what one of our veterans had to say.
I joined the military right out of high school. Didn't have college in my mind at all. I figured that was enough schooling for me until I retired from the Army.
It can be very challenging and very intimidating because a lot of veterans do say when they were in the military it was a way of life. Somebody was telling you when to get up, what things to do, and things of that nature. And when you come to a college setting, it's pretty much you're on your own. You don't know where to go, because for so many years, the military was a way of life. And to come here and kind of make your own choices, it's a big adjustment. So with the Chapter 36 benefit, they have the opportunity to have a person appointed contact, which a lot of veterans do like to kind of associate who can help them to try to navigate for both the VA benefits as well as what school resources are available to them in order to make it a smooth transition.
I first learned about Chapter 36, educational and vocational counseling, when I met with a VA counselor on my college campus. The counselor sat me down and we started a simple test to identify my abilities, aptitudes, and interests. So I'd have a better idea what I might be good at and what jobs may be most compatible for me. The test didn't take long at all, and it helped to confirm that I was on the right track for the college classes I had planned to take, so it was reassuring.
When they initially come in and kind of do that assessment, the career assessment, it really kind of gives them a clear picture about different things they may not have thought about as they transition into the civilian world. Because a lot of times they look at their MOS and say, well, how can I really apply this to, when I go to the civilian world? So again, with the career assessment, it really kind of takes a look at both their aptitude as well as their interests and kind of compiles and really kind of gives them a black and white to really kind of see what things are available and what things he or she may want to pursue.
It's helpful to have someone there to answer questions about registration, study habits, career programs, and jobs. Since I had recently discharged, I also had VA benefit questions. The counselor was able to help me with all that too. We also talked about my career plans. He took a look at my resume and gave me some insights into the labor market. Now, I feel more confident that I'm not just getting a degree, but I'm preparing myself for a marketable job in the future.
So you see, it's not always easy, but VA has help available. So write down this website, www.benefits.va.gov. It's loaded with information. Now, as you make this transition, you're going to ask yourself some tough questions. Now what? How am I going to earn a living? Should I go to work or college? Technical school or university? VA has vocational assessments that could really help you in answering those questions, narrowing down your choices, and even help you to identify civilian careers that are similar to the duties you performed in the military.
As a civilian, what if I can't find the type of job I performed in the military?
A counselor can work with you to research your local labor market and identify other potential jobs that maybe you haven't even considered, jobs you might really enjoy. With the help of a counselor, you could also learn about other employment resources like Veterans Employment Center, an online tool that connects veterans and employers. Through VEC, you could create a winning resume and browse for jobs. And if that's not enough, the VA counselor can sit down with you and provide guidance about VA partnerships, including Department of Labor. Through DOL, you can receive further employment assistance from Disabled Veterans Outreach Program Specialist or local Veterans Employment Representative, who specifically work with veterans for employment.
This all sounds great, but right now, I don't think I have the marketable skills for employment. I'm interested in training, going to college, using the GI Bill.
Using your VA educational benefits, GI Bill, is an excellent way to get the marketable skills that you need, if you know how to maximize and most effectively use this benefit. For example, do you know how to choose a school that is a good fit for you? A counselor can work with you to evaluate some important questions, such as, how well does the school support veterans and service members? How much is a school's tuition? Do you know how the school's tuition cost affects your GI Bill benefits? When selecting a school, you are making an important decision regarding where you will potentially spend the next 1 to 3 years of your life. Not only that, but you are investing in your future. So you want to make the best decision you can so that you will get a positive return on your investment. Yes?
This all sounds like a lot of work.
Think of it as homework, doing a little research so that you're making an informed decision about how to best use your VA benefits. Yes, that takes a little work, but your future depends on it. Now here's the easy part. Submitting an application for VA educational and vocational counseling. All you need to do is fill out a VA Form 28-8832. Surely you know how to fill out a government form by now. If for some reason you don't have access to VA Form 28-8832, you can submit your own signed written request. Then you just need to set aside some time to meet with a voc rehab counselor. Now, let me show you how one of our veterans managed to make this transition with the help of Chapter 36 counseling.
As I transitioned from the military, I knew I had to find a new career quickly. So before I even got started out, I started working on a resume. But I didn't really know how to translate my military skills to civilian employment. The last time I did a resume, I was 16, applying for my first job as a bagger at the local grocery store. Things have changed a little in the workforce since then. When I first met with a VA rehabilitation counselor, we discussed what type of job I was looking for and the outlook for that job in the local labor market. She also took a look at my resume and provided some really good feedback. For one, I learned I shouldn't use a lot of military jargon when applying for certain jobs because the employer may not understand military lingo, which means they won't have a good understanding of my skills either. I also removed my social security number and birth date. I learned that a 10-page resume is probably too long, and it'll likely send my resume straight to the recycle bin instead of to HR. The counselor really took time with me and reviewed my abilities, aptitudes, and interests, and afterwards said it appeared that I have some marketable skills. She said it appeared that I should have no problem getting a job, but I just need to best showcase those skills to show an employer that I'm the best person for the job. When I've told people about the VA career counseling that I received, they're like, is that it? They can't believe that I'm so happy about that. But you know what? Those little tips, creating a strong resume, how to best display your skills, that type of career counseling could be the difference between me getting or not getting a job. For me, that's pretty major, and was just the edge I needed to help me get back into the workforce.
So, you see, others have sat where you are sitting right now, and they have decided to do something about their future. They've decided to map out their future starting from this point, and VA helped them to do it.
This sounds great, but how much does it all cost?
Chapter 36 services are free. You've already earned them. The services are in place to help you succeed. You can make the best use of your benefits by working with a counselor to map out the best route for you. VA counselors give you tools to make smart, well-informed choices. They can help you address obstacles on your path to success. The VA assessment enables you to explore your abilities, skills, and interests. Based on that, you can identify a career objective within your local labor market that is best suited to you. Plan how you can best take advantage of the VA benefits you've earned, and map out a track that will get you there. If you decide to go to school, there are a wide variety of educational or training programs that you may qualify for using your VA benefits. College, technical certificates, entrepreneurship training, the list goes on. But with so many choices, it can be difficult to decide on a training facility, a program, or even what benefit to use. A counselor can help you choose a course of study and help you select the best college or training program to earn the credentials you'll need to accomplish your career goals.
Too bad my wife can't get this type of vocational counseling. She's the one with the brains in the family.
Well, maybe she can. Veterans, service members, and some qualified dependents can use Chapter 36 benefits. So you may need to schedule some time with a VA counselor to determine eligibility.
In a few months, I plan to go back to my hometown in Texas. Can I get help there?
Absolutely. VA has offices all over the country. Now get this, the VA even has experienced counselors located on college campuses. The Vet Success On-Campus program specifically aims to help student veterans and their qualified dependents to ease the transition to student life. Now, how convenient is that? You can stop in to see the VA counselor between classes. The VA also has what are called Integrated Disability Evaluation System counselors stationed on military bases to initiate services to severely ill or injured service members who have been determined medically unfit for duty. Of course, there are time limits, so you should move on this right away. Step 1 is to submit the Educational Vocational Counseling application. You remember, VA Form 28-8832. Also, take a look at the screen to see who can apply for Chapter 36 benefits. As you can see, almost anyone is eligible to apply: service members, veterans, and eligible dependents. Here's the bottom line. All of you have performed great service for our nation. But today is not the end. Today is just the beginning. Your country still needs your strength, your intellect, your leadership. Your country still needs you to continue serving in potential careers, such as future business leaders, teachers, counselors, federal workers. VA wants to help enable you to excel as you make this transition from uniform to civilian careers. With the help of VA Chapter 36, educational and vocational counseling services, now is the time to map out your future. You've earned it. Don't wait. Start planning the rest of your life today. And on behalf of the VA, we want to thank you for your service.